Hello, Daria.
Hi, Eva.
I'm really glad to be on this live today. We are streaming from RIGA COMM live podcast, and RIGA COMM is a business technology fair and conferences taking place quite soon, October 3 and 4 in Riga. And my name is Ieva Drazniece. I'm LinkedIn strategy partner for businesses and professionals, and really glad to greet today my co-host and guest, Daria from LeverUP. Daria, please give us a short introduction.
Hi, thanks, Eva. Thanks for the intro and thanks for hosting this. I have to say, this is my first ever LinkedIn Live, and I'm a bit worried, and I couldn't wish for a better host than you are. So thank you for your support. LeverUP is heading to Riga COMM for the third time already, for the third year. That's just amazing. I think that's one of my favorite business events of the autumn. This is definitely the highlight that we cannot miss. And every year, LeverUP is presenting how we are developing, what new we are bringing, and we try to create challenging content. But to introduce ourselves quickly, LeverUP is the implementation partner for CRM technologies, customer engagement, marketing automation, customer experience, data, customer data platforms. And we partner with such technologies such as Salesforce, who is also joining us at RIGA COMM, HubSpot, Braze, Adobe, and so on.
I want to jump straight to the point. When you mentioned the implementation, I think it's not only implementation. Would you please share more on what you do and how you work?
Yeah, those days of the implementation when the company acquires licenses, you come, you switch on the technology, you listen to them. Please, we need this and here and finish there. Okay, we switch off our brains and we just switch on the coding. Those days are long behind us. And that's not what we do at LeverUP. At LeverUP, where our first focus is not being just a technology partner, but the business partner. That's why we place a lot of efforts in getting to know the industry better. For example, telecommunications, where we work a lot, manufacturing, fintech, and so on. So we try to acknowledge the situation, we try to guide, we try to map the business process to the technology, because at the end of the day, that's where the success of the implementation lies. They should not be separated, and technology should let's say, be aligned with how the business works. This is what very important. And if along the way we need to support in improving business processes, that's where we are as well.
I think businesses, they greatly look for ROI, but it's clearly tightly connected with this transparency. And this is what you provide with the process, how you guide this project development. Maybe you can share on this.
Yeah, sure. You know what happens. So we all see, let's be transparent here, that the market is turbulent. We all know the economic situation, political situation, and we know that the companies try to be cautious about their budget. Sometimes there is a certain overspend in IT and technology sphere caused during COVID times. And on the one hand, there is a clear need for such technologies. On the other hand, companies are now embracing a completely different approach towards it. And we fully support it. We are fully committed to showing the clear path to proving the ROI straight away. It's very often us as a consulting partner who insist and recommend going first for the proof of concept, not going big, take baby steps, crawl, walk, run, stop and evaluate, and change the strategy and change the plans. So what we clearly avoid doing is, heading into the implementation with no clear end date, end goal, and so on. It, of course, depends on the specific technology. For example, a customer data platform. Customer data platform has to be use case based always. I don't know if I should maybe go deeper into the technical details.
That would be great to jump on some use cases as well. But my thought on this before you jump is what is the the difference for the business when you go this phase by phase approach, not just invest the money and push the button and then we go and then we see we didn't reach our results what we expected. What is the difference to go this approach?
First, this this cost should be treated not as a cost, but as an investment, right? And as you plan any investment round with clear purpose and goal in mind, is the same way how should you plan this approach. If companies are acquiring the technologies, it's not that we just go aligned, perfect, they have licenses now, let's just burn yet another budget on the implementation. We need to really understand the scope of the project. Are we migrating from the other similar solution? Are we improving? Are we expanding? What is the marketing strategy behind it? What would be the first steps and cases that would also help the team on the client side to feel comfortable with the new technology? Because it's also, everything is about people. If they see successful smaller steps and they are inevitable part of this, they will feel more motivated to move on and go further.
I think this is what, like you said, this is a trend when businesses are looking for not only solution partners, but business partners. And this is how you step in with, asking those many questions to understand really what is the goal and what we have and how to build those steps accordingly. Maybe you can share some of those use cases where it has been really a successful approach.
Thank you. Yeah, every project that we start, it starts with something that has a pretty boring name. It's called discovery. We come within purpose. We prefer to do this in purpose. We lock ourselves in the room for, depends on 2 working days or even sometimes a whole week. And then we first talk, and then we build the solution, the implementation roadmap mapped to business processes as it will look in the future. And this is the inevitable step. And sometimes, not sometimes, but often we do have to guide the direction of this discovery, to guide our counterparts on the other side into the right direction. And sometimes we have to ask questions that, that require some processing and some effort to answer, right? And examples, I already mentioned customer data platform technology. In CDP, this is what data cloud stands for. And whenever we are touching the data topics, it always tends to be huge. And for data cloud, it's especially important that we narrow this down first to the use case. We don't start talking technically. What is your data warehouse? What data do you have coming? No, we first ask the question, what do you want to achieve? What is the first upcoming industry event where we really want to show the difference? What is the season that you're expecting now? How did this season perform last year? Let's try to make it better. No, let's not please build what you already have in your system. For the proof of concept, let's, our creativity flow, let's build something different you always dreamed about that will make a huge difference for this particular industry event or happening or season. So that's how we have to challenge and we have to guide our clients.
And speaking about this challenge, what gives your team, this credibility to go in there and ask those questions? What is the approach? How you work with your clients? Would you share more on this?
It all at the end of the day boils down to the people, and it's people who stand behind the technology success, and it's people on our side and it's people on the client side. So when I say challenging, I also challenge my team as well, so that they always stay alerted. It's not that you have your scenario, here's the answers I want to get, and here's the change I want to make, and we follow it no matter what. We need to observe the dynamic on the other side. And sometimes, regardless of how right we see ourselves, we have to stop it here and wrap it up and make some switch. And that's what I always say to the team. We should always value the legacy. We are not here to come and throw all the legacy setup to the garbage bin for one simple reason. This legacy, whether or not it looks to us not logical, not perfect, this legacy is what brought the company to the moment when they can hire us for our services and purchase Salesforce, for example. So we need to refine and revise it wisely, and we need to be cautious, and we need to value what the basement that is already built in the company, so that there is always a fine line in this approach.
Yeah, it's really mindful collaboration. Even you have this tech background and you understand what would be the best way, you still have to be very tolerant and understanding of the approach customer has used before and why what is the legacy, as you say?
Human to human relationship is, in the end of the day, is the most important, and it cannot be put aside, even though it's business. And this approach, being flexible with the client, this approach really helps us to build trust and this mutual relationship, and this is the basement for any successful project.
And speaking about successful projects, I know that you, Daria, will have your own panel within e-commerce conference stage, which will take place in October 3. Yes. And would you share more about the panel you are holding?
Yes, and it's absolutely exciting. It's actually coming in 2 days. And the reason why I'm so excited is because we gathered 3 prominent regional companies. It's not only from Latvia, but from the region. Estonian SYNLAB, they are one of the European leaders of medical diagnostics stream. SEB Bank and Printful, and also Katarzyna Viduta, which is joining us from Salesforce. But guess what? Salesforce is what brings together and what unites all of us, 5 of us on the stage. And this will be a very exciting discussion because, again, I'm challenging the panelists to show not only their success, but only, bumps on the road during the implementation. So this will be a super open and exciting discussion about companies who already went over such a significant project as Salesforce implementation, and it will be useful for anyone thinking about this huge transformational project, not necessarily Salesforce, but anything else. So stay tuned.
Okay, is there anything, Daria, you would love to say to our audience for the closure of this call?
I want to thank everyone, and I hope that you will be attending RIGA COMM. And I have to say, this is one of the most supportive audiences that I've ever had. And this year we are beyond excited, and it's a special year for us. Why are we joining? Because LeverUP is plans to open this fall our own office in Latvia and start the hiring process. We are very excited about this. We hope to welcome our new local colleagues very soon. We see a huge potential. We see a market of of talented people, curious people. So yeah, this RIGA COMM is very different for us, and we look forward to seeing you all soon.
Great to hear about those opportunities for our community. And thank you, Daria, for joining today and sharing a little bit more. But we're going to hear even more on stage of RIGA COMM. For those who will join us in recording, please feel free to join Daria and connect with her on LinkedIn. I think it's the best way to reach you, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Great. And others, let's see in RIGA COMM. It's coming quite soon, October 3 and 4, and see you there. Appreciate it.
Thanks. See you soon.